There is some weird rivalry between the mushrooms and the LSD people that I've never quite put my finger on exactly. It's funny too because you couldn't find two more similar psychedelics. We're fighting over shapes here, everybody. We don't need to go to war over this. It's fine.
I was somewhere in Denver, on the edge of the Rockies, when the show began to take shape. Suddenly there was a terrible giddiness all around me, and the sky lit up with hilarious hallucinations. Setups and punchlines now twisting and turning all around me. A full panoramic freak show bombarding me from all sides. Words alone could not convey this madness. I'll need some kind of high-powered wizard, armed with a visionary arsenal, synchronizing the visuals with my material in real time. All right, almost showtime. The audience is already settling into their seats. No need to mention the jokes, I thought. Poor bastards would hear them soon enough. Tonight, in this vortex of madness and mayhem they call Meow Wolf, we present you with a rare breed who's ventured deep into the cerebral wilderness, sailed the turbulent waters of awareness, and took a dip in the hot springs of psychosis. Now out of the fire and into the frying pan, let's sizzle.
This is amazing. How about a hand for Meow Wolf, huh? Providing the real-time visuals tonight. We got Michael Strauss in the back. Give him a hand. Guys, I've been doing psychedelics for 28 years now, everybody. Yeah. You know that psychedelics are a very different kind of drug because people will clap when you say that you've been doing them for 28 years. You don't get that reaction with every substance out there. I've seen the space change so much in that time. It's been kind of exciting. My first psychedelic tour years ago is really people in the know who would come out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe someone's talking about psychedelics on a stage. And now it's been expanding so much that even people that haven't done psychedelics before, probably 10% of my audiences on this tour have never even done a psychedelic. They've just heard all the hubbub and been interested from the headlines. How about a hand for those narcs for coming out this evening, huh? And on the other end of the spectrum, if you do happen to be tripping right now, by the way, just to get this question off your mind, yes, we do all know. Oh, yeah. No, every one of us knows. Yeah. We were all hyper-focused on you specifically, in fact. First time altering my mind, it actually wasn't psychedelics. It was marijuana. Oh, the gateway drug, yeah. I was 16 years old. My first time getting high actually happened to be at my 6th grade math teacher's house, Mr. Ball. I wasn't in 6th grade. I'd had him years earlier. Also didn't get high with him. It's a weird story. What happened was I had this new friend, Aaron, who was going to introduce me to the reefer, the ganja, the sticky icky. Remember how much more fun weed was when it was super illegal, by the way? When the nicknames were evolved from a clandestine subculture that was outwitting the fuzz. Now it's like, oh, you have arthritis? Have you tried sour diesel? I don't know, freedom just didn't hit the way that I thought that it would. Turns out I like my chronic laced with a little mischief. And so I'm from Wisconsin on the border of Minnesota and Iowa, and apparently teenagers, to get away from like the authorities and teachers and such, what we do is drive out to old farm roads. And Mr. Ball happened to live in the middle of a very popular teenage weed smoking route. And apparently, my new friend Aaron, who's going to introduce me to this stuff, what he liked to do was he liked to get as high as he could, drop in at old Mr. Ball's house, and strike up a conversation with him just to see if he could keep his shit together well baked. That's what he liked to do. And I had never smoked weed before, so I was like, I guess if that's what you're supposed to do with this stuff, what do? You smoke it and go talk to an old teacher of yours? Oh. Intuitively, that doesn't ring true, but you are my shaman in this scenario. And so we smoked weed in a van in Mr. Ball's driveway. Didn't tell him or anything. We were pulling a fast one. Went up to his door. Wasn't high yet, because I remember the exact moment that I was high for the first time in my life. I'll never forget it. It was absolutely earth-shattering. But I remember walking up to the door, and there was something amiss. Like something was coming on. I just couldn't quite tell what it was. Mr. Ball comes out. He starts talking to us. And at one point, Aaron, who has all these goofy nicknames, Mr. Ball asks him, he's like, oh, Aaron, last time you were here, you were with, what's your buddy's name, Scott? And Aaron's like, oh, Skitterscomp? And then I just hear this 75-year-old man just go, oh, yeah, Skitterscomp. Skitterscomp, scum, 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 scum. And that was the moment I was high for the first time in my life. Guys, I laughed for 4 hours straight. I was in love with weed instantly. I owned a 6-foot bong within weeks of that day. Would drive around with that 6-foot bong too, smoking it in the car. That's what idiots, teenagers are. Oh my God, do you understand what it takes to smoke a 6-foot bong in a car? Your person in the passenger seat has to light it for the people in back to smoke it. Getting up front to that person is you really see who paid attention in geometry class. First off, we'd roll up all those windows because you don't want to waste a thing. You gotta cheech that whole car up. But then before returning home to our parents' house, here's where the smart stuff kicks in. What we'd do, we'd roll those windows all the way down for about 20 minutes or so. Because that way, our parents would never suspect a thing. Pretty good, pretty good. Those are magical times. I wish I still liked weed, guys. It just turned on me one day. And I don't know what happened. I'm told I may have burnt out my cannabinoid system. Nerds. But whatever it is, now I have such a scary relationship. I barely will ever work up the courage to touch this stuff because when it goes bad, it's just the worst. This is coming from someone who has had an uncountable number of bad trips, too, by the way. And I've never had a single bad trip that has turned me off to a single psychedelic, not one. Every time I have a bad trip, I'm always able to cobble together some silver lining moral of the story. Well, got a real good look at myself on that one, didn't I? Well, that was probably important, too. When that giant praying mantis hologram attacked me and seemed more real than reality, that was absolutely horrifying when it decapitated me, without a doubt, for sure. One of the scariest things I've ever been through. But I realized in hindsight that was actually a lesson about how I'm in my head too much. I overthink things. Don't pay attention to my body. Thanks, cursing mantis. When weed goes bad for me, it's just bad. There's no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Always starts the same, too. Always starts with just an endless to-do list of just everything that I'm neglecting in my life. Just a tsunami of guilt and shame with no new information in this list, by the way. I already know about the list weed. In fact, I smoked you to forget about the list. I am way too high right now to do anything about the list. How is this helping? That's how it starts. Pretty soon I'm gonna be nostalgic for that mild anxiety, because here comes a full-blown panic attack. Now what are we gonna do? Oh, I have an idea. How about we spend a few hours Googling heart attack symptoms, shall we? But I'm grateful for weed, because weed was the gateway to mushrooms for me. I loved weed. I was like, what's next? And fortunately, what was next was mushrooms. And mushrooms, to this day, are my favorite psychedelic on the planet. Yeah, mushrooms, everybody. And sorry to the LSD people, by the way. This is not meant to offend you. I enjoy LSD. There is some weird rivalry between the mushrooms and the LSD people that I've never quite put my finger on exactly. It's funny, too, because you couldn't find two more similar psychedelics. You know, we bicker over our slightest differences. It's mushrooms a little meltier of the visuals. Maybe LSD visuals are a little more organized, or like sharp, kind of intricate patterns, drifting visual. There, that's what I'm trying to articulate. The point is, look, we're fighting over shapes here, everybody. We don't need to go to war over this. It's fine. Whatever you're into, I'm happy for. It's just crazy because, other people that are, maybe their favorite psychedelic is ayahuasca or ketamine or DMT or something like that. You tell any of those people that mushrooms happens to be your favorite out of those other lovely experiences, and they're like, oh yeah, we're all on our own path. We all have our own preferences or neurochemistry or what have you. It makes perfect sense. You tell someone really into LSD that you have the slightest preference for mushrooms, they aren't having it. I get guff regularly after shows from the LSD heads. Oh, you just haven't done my LSD. Let me tell you about my LSD. My LSD? Made by a folklore chemist from the 60s who made it in a missile silo, gave it to my grandfather, passed it on to my father, who passed it on to me. I don't need to hear about your LSD's journey through Mordor, actually. I've done LSD plenty of times, and I like it. I just slightly prefer mushrooms. Leave it alone. The very thing that I sometimes don't prefer about LSD might be your favorite thing about it. And I'm so happy for you that you found the thing for you. For me personally, if you're kind of one of the less experienced people in the room, if you don't know, LSD lasts for approximately way too fucking long. 10 hours minimum? Excuse me? I'm marking my calendar off for at least 14 hours. I can't have any serious obligations during that time. 14 hours. I don't want to do anything in life for 14 hours. I like naps way too much. I don't want to consciously exist for 14 hours straight. Look, I imagine if I were an adult hearing about a 14-hour LSD trip for the first time, I would think to myself, oh my goodness, is that what happens when you overdose on LSD? Oh no, my friends. This is a regular old run-of-the-mill doctor's orders LSD trip. 14 hours, 14 hours. What am I, retired? Don't get me wrong. Hour 3 on LSD? I'm like, you mean I get to feel like this for 8 more hours? Hour 11 on LSD. What are we doing with our lives? Oh, I get it. Whoa, squirmy ceiling. Cool. That was fun for 20 minutes. 6 hours ago. Now I'm just becoming increasingly concerned that these squirmies are never going away. And I'm just stuck with squirmy vision for the rest of my days. Just the come down I don't like. Listen, we're all into different things. What I'm into, my kink, probably sounds weird to a lot of folks. What I like to do, I like to gobble some mushrooms. About 45 minutes into it, I like to get a nice gastric panic happening. Yeah. I like my stomach to be like, did you just eat poison? No, stomach. How many times do we have to have this conversation? 28 years of this. It's just a misunderstanding. No, let's set off all the alarms just to be safe. Just for safety, let's get sweaty. Yep. Oh yeah, bring on that anxiety. They are welcome to this party for sure. Is there anyone we could call for help right now? Is there any ripcord on this situation? Where's that sweat? Fire the auxiliary sweat. There's too much color in our face. See, if I'm gonna give LSD a hard time for being my least favorite come down in psychedelics, out of fairness and honesty, I have to admit, mushrooms is my least favorite come up in all of psychedelics. It really is. I think it's what I subconsciously like about the overall experience in a way. That the bad parts in the beginning, I feel like there's like a sense of having overcome something, like a real sense of accomplishment that comes along with mushroom trips for me, which it probably wouldn't look like that to an outsider. If you saw a video of me on mushrooms, it'd be like, well, that's just a guy on a couch crying and laughing hysterically while watching animal documentaries on mute. It wouldn't look like a lot's going on. But in my mind, that was a whole odyssey filled with all sorts of side quests that figured all these things out in my life. I'm ready for the stomach stuff. I always, okay, stomach, this is, not dissimilar from car sickness, where the brain's just misperceiving some sensory information and doesn't quite know what's going on, being a little, all right, fine. I can get myself to, we'll be tripping soon, it's fine, stomach. And only on psychedelics do you have such rich dialogues with your organs. And then, what's crazy is I always forget what mushrooms are like. It's insane. I've done mushrooms more than any other psychedelic. It's got to be nearing 4 digits now. I've been tripping for 28 years. Somehow I forget what they're like every time. The trip will come on, and I forget that I don't really like the first hour of a mushroom trip very much. I always feel like a very unsettled and kind of I'm just not sure what to do with myself that first hour. If I'm inside, I want to be outside. If I'm outside, I want to be inside. I'm just crawling out of my skin a bit. I'll be inside. I'm like, I am suffocating. Oh, I am not normally prone to claustrophobia, but I can't do 4 hours of this. This is bad. This is gonna be a bad one. Shane, let's talk about this. Let's go through the checklist. Number 1, are you inside? See, you are. You know what to do. Just go outside, Shane. That'll fix it. How long you been tripping? You know that. Oldest trick in the book. Just go outside. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Shane. I mean, it's gonna take some doing for sure. I should just go outside. Go outside, I'm like, oh my God, the Garden of Eden was out here? This entire time? What? I was inside, suffocating, and just outside my door was nature's perfection, eager to embrace me. This is amazing. amazing. I did forget to bring supplies. Probably gonna die. Better head back in, actually. That's the first hour of every mushroom trip I've ever had in life. Is like going up the roller coaster, that first bit. Oh, is it gonna be exciting or boring or scary, or am I gonna die? And then as soon as I peak, like an hour into the trip itself, every time I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I do mushrooms. I forgot. Shower thoughts on steroids, fun philosophical contemplations, that normal endless to-do list that cannabis can sometimes just amplify and make horrifying for me. Mushrooms will just come up with this simple little behavioral change, just some little blind spot that I have that somehow solves 8 seemingly unrelated things in my life. Sandals. I should wear sandals more often. I love sandals. I should have 2 pair. I spend more time outdoors. I trim my toenails more regularly. I think a lot of what psychedelics are about, a lot of times your consciousness is kind of speaking one language, your subconscious another. Your consciousness has this fancy language stuff and these plans, these ideas. Your subconscious is communicating through moods and emotions. And you're like, yes, I should exercise more. And your subconscious is like, we're going to lay around today. We can think about this exercise stuff tomorrow. And it would be hard to get on the same page with yourself, and there's something about the psychedelic experience that can kind of open up that communication sometimes and help you maybe see some of your behaviors through a new lens that can make you like feel it in your core, and something that becomes actionable. That's very powerful. And so you're like, oh my God, I had the best trip of my life. It was months ago. I've been a new person ever since. I've been taking care of myself. I've been like cleaning dishes regularly. Been doing my taxes. Got caught up on those. People are like, whoa, you've been doing your taxes? Wow, that's incredible. Like, what happened to you in that experience? That's amazing. They'll be open-minded. Like, tell me, what secrets did you pull from that realm? Ah, damn it. Anything you're gonna say is just gonna come off like some boring cliche that was embroidered on your grandma's decorative pillows when you were a kid. Oh, I get it now. Home is where the heart is. Guys, I have been sweating the small stuff. Whatever does that for you, more power to you. I think mushrooms used to deliver that more for me just because, and everyone reacts differently to these things, of course, but I feel like mushrooms always have a little more uncertainty, which I think is kind of good for creative problem solving, to mix things up a little bit and make some real novel connections. And for me, mushrooms seem to do that more just because you never know what you're getting into with mushrooms. LSD feels a little more predictable from mushrooms. There's over 200 different kinds of psychoactive mushrooms. Like one, for instance, is called penis envy. Yeah. Oh, some fans. Yeah. Yeah. And the others are harder to remember. So most people are familiar with psilocybin and psilocin being the engine of the mushroom experience, but lesser known is that there's all sorts of active things going on within different species, so every species has a little different vibe. Even the same species, even the same batch, the potency can be all over the place. Mushrooms are a wild card. Mushrooms are more if I want to really go for a bigger journey, if I want to have a large dose, and then I don't want to be around people at that time, you know. I don't want to. I don't want someone like, whoa, is this crazy when I do this to you? Put a spotlight on you when you're in the middle of that. I don't need some dick doing some. And I don't want to hold a conversation on a high dose of am I listening okay right now? Am I asking good questions? Am I crazy? Tell me the truth. Am I crazy right now? I don't need that stuff. I just want to have my own experience and have whatever reaction I have to it. Whereas if someone, say, invites me to a festival or something like that, that's a good time for LSD. Because LSD, you got a drop of LSD, kind of 1, 2, 3 drops, whatever, you have a better sense of what you're getting yourself into. This is assuming that you have pure LSD, and your dealer said that it was, so that checks out. And that should be fairly measurable, and you kind of know 1 drop of LSD, fairly manageable for your average person. Individual differences. Some person might really send them off. Other people might not even feel it. But for your average person, 1 drop of acid, kind of colors are a bit more vivid than they normally are. You might see some trivial details that you don't normally notice, because you're just kind of a little headier than normal, you might find yourself imbuing a lot more meaning onto those newly noticed details than you otherwise would. That crack in the sidewalk. Whew. Well, that's no accident, I'll tell you that much. How did the people that made that crack know I was going to be here in this moment to point it at me? Can we talk about the LSD paranoia for a minute? I am not a fan of it. Listen, you can get paranoid on every psychedelic, but LSD paranoia is a happier one. I don't think you should be happy and paranoid at the same time. I get why people like that. Oh, a little wink from the universe here. Someone's looking out for me. It's unsettling feeling for me. I think that both happiness and paranoia are 2 very useful emotions on their own. And they don't go together. Fear and paranoia, sure. That makes perfect sense. Scared and paranoid, pairs very well together. Happy and paranoid? What? Hey, what if it's all a trick? You're creepy, LSD. But some friends talked me into going to a festival or something like that. Now it's day 3 of 12 hours of jam bands. Well, this idea looked better on paper, didn't it? It's a great time for some LSD, if you ask me. It's 1 little tab, just enough to throw a little wonkiness on the situation. Just enough to be like, oh yeah, I remember how amazing trees are. I forgot. I used to know. When we were 3 years old, we all knew just how amazing trees are. It's easy to just get a little too complacent with life sometimes. Then you have a hit of LSD one day, like, oh damn, are they breathing? That's amazing. That's 1 hit, just enough to bring back some of that childlike wonder, And I think when you're in the experience, you're like, why can't we be in awe and wonder and experience the world as children all of the time? The truth of it is, it just wouldn't be practical. You can't just start each day living in wonder. Well, oh, great. I can't even deliver my material. Michael likes to upstage me sometimes. All right, they like the babies, Michael. Give them more babies. Yeah. Oh, you got so many babies. Fine. Okay. Put them in space or something. Do something different or interesting if you're going to impress people. Give them... Where'd space go? I want space babies back. Yeah. I like that. See, Michael has a kid. He likes children a bit more than I. Give him a horrifying number of children. Oh yeah, that's how kids look to me. That's actual footage from inside my testicles, right? Isn't that insane? Technology's amazing. I have no idea how they do that. That's happening right now. It's crazy. So, yeah, one hit of LSD, enough to bring back some of that childlike wonder, you know? Fairly manageable. 2 hits can be a very different situation. We're now in full-on trip territory. Probably nothing too outrageously crazy, but still, it's pretty dose-dependent stuff that can be a significant scale up of experience. Now the trees are your ancestors. You know this because of your newfound powers of telepathy. They told you about it. Yeah, you speak tree now. Good for you. Maybe not all tree. That'd be an unreasonable expectation. Who could speak all tree language? But there's definitely like a tree that you've formed a real dialogue with. I like when it's a tree that you pass by a bunch of times, just like in the middle of a, no, give me a wise tree. Why would you? Okay, yeah. Obviously. Put that dud back on. I want to see, put that stupid dud tree back. What? That's what, I get because we're a normal tree that you walk past. Oh, well then it needs to morph in. I get where you're going. I was judgmental there for a minute. But I like when it's just like, oh my God, how have I been walking past this tree with all that wisdom screaming out for it? Guess I never stopped to listen. There's a shrub outside of Ramada Inn in Salt Lake City. Guys, you want to talk about unimpressive looking plant at first look. I visit this shrub every time I'm in Salt Lake City. Just because of a trip that I had 12 years ago. And a promise that I made. How you been, Shrubberson? You good? Yeah, you're a wild man. That was a crazy night. Been all right? They taking good care of you around here? Cool. Just thought I'd drop by. Stay grounded, brother. Just an ordinary little shrub. By the way, only I get to refer to Shrubberson as ordinary, just so you know. We're friends. We can joke around like that. You guys don't get to refer to my shrub as ordinary. This is actually the serious part of the show, so pay attention. Listen, guys, Shrubberson has layers you fucks could never understand. All right. Oh, that's 2 hits. And then, you know, once you start going up from there, things become, you know, less predictable. It's interesting because psychedelics can sometimes, unlike most substances that are just kind of predictably escalate in this linear way of impairing you, psychedelics, you can... I'm not talking about like doing some like crazy 20 hits or something like that, but sometimes as you do a higher dose, there can be actually more clarity of the inner worlds. You can kind of see some of those mind-eye visuals a bit more and notice some more of the subconscious workings a bit more. But then that inner world clarity can be deceiving because it's like an exaggerated daydream state of sorts where as the clarity of the inner world crystallizes, the outside world can become a lot harder to navigate. I'll be on enough acid just like surveying the floor, of course. Do wood grains always look like this? This is amazing. Actually, before we get too comfortable, quick check-in. When When is the last time you drank water? Because it is essential to life. Yeah, there's no real telling how long you've been tripping, Shane, but from what I can recall from before this eternity, it's that you can die if you don't drink water, Shane. There's a real possibility we're bumping up against that time frame any minute now. And that's the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah, why not? Let's just jump down the whole mortality rabbit hole quick. So, I was thinking today maybe we would skip the whole thinking about death thing while tripping, just because we've done it on all the other ones. I thought maybe... Yeah, it's been kind of covered the territory. No, you're right. We should give it another look. Yeah. No, maybe today we'll figure it out. Yeah, I guess we all gotta face it. It's true. Guess you die, you decompose. Whoa, LSD. I don't need a whole mind's eye representation of maggots eating out my corpse eyeballs. I'll get some water, okay? So dramatic sometimes with the visuals. Take it easy with those metaphors that are feeling too real. But, and this is the big question, how does water work again? Kitchens. Yeah. Water comes from kitchens. Oh, yeah. That's where it's made, all right. Well, this is easy enough. We're just gonna get up and walk to the... Whoa! Okay. Relearn this real quick. This is a bit more math than I remember. Walking... When did the floors turn into trigonometry? Trying to channel some of Mr. Ball's math lessons. Yes. Oh, Shane, you just gotta believe in yourself. You're doing great right now. You're walking fantastic. You don't need to calculate. You just need some confidence. That's the lesson for today. You're in your head too. You're too concerned about what you look like sometimes. It's just you overestimate how much people are paying attention. Believe me, someone walked in here right now. They think this is just perfectly normal walking. They're observing. All right. What's the next part? Oh, a cup. Cups are amazing. What'd they do before cups? What were they just scooping up water with their hands? How'd they survive like that? Boy, bet our hunter-gatherer ancestors couldn't have ventured too far from a fresh water source. I'll tell you, whoever made the first cup, I bet they made them king. Focus, Shane. What the fuck are you talking about right now? All right, cups. Well, where are these cups? Oh, the cupboard. No. Is it cupboard? I've been saying cupboard. Have I been saying that wrong? How come no one told me? Are people talking behind my back about this? Am I the cupboard guy? Does everyone hate me? Focus. Finally get that water. Like, yes! I did water. Should I call my mom? Tell her I figured out water? Bet she'd be proud of me. Don't. No. Do not call your mom. Nope. Write her a letter. You still want to send that the next day? You suit yourself. You don't need to be impulsively calling up your loved ones while you're tripping balls. They might not be as excited about your new water discovery as you are. In fact, they might be a touch concerned. Now you're managing their concern while you're tripping. Who is this helping? First human trip, April 19th, 1943. This chemist, Albert Hofmann, actually a few years earlier, he was searching for treatments for headaches and migraines and such with this LSD stuff he had concocted. He was all excited and he was a brilliant chemist and he really thought this stuff had a lot of hope. He's testing on animal models and not seeing anything. Yeah, I don't really know what a rat trip looks like. I don't know if the rats are just like, hey, screw that wheel, huh? Have I been running on that thing my whole life? I've gone nowhere. What was all that about? Oh, I just kept telling myself if I just run harder and faster, I'll get somewhere very important. Every time I question it, all the other rats call me lazy. Well, screw all that. I'm just gonna sit back, eat some cheese, watch those other fools stress themselves to death on that wheel to nowhere for a while. Might be anthropomorphizing a bit, but the point is, he didn't notice anything. I don't really know what a rat looks like when it realizes that life's more about the journey than the destination. And thinks it's the only rat that's ever had that little epiphany. And tries to tell all its rat friends how enlightened it is now. And if it's lucky, eventually realizes still kind of full of shit at the end of the day. In fact, probably needs to get back on that wheel from time to time. Might have something to do with where the cheese is coming from and certainly needs to exercise. Point is, I don't know what that would look like in a lab setting. My guess is if you blinked, you'd miss it. But Albert, he didn't notice anything. And LSD 25 sat on a shelf for years until one day, Albert, for whatever reason, felt this calling back to this LSD 25 stuff specifically. And he grabbed it out of his cupboard and he accidentally spilled some on himself. And he didn't have a full-on trip. He just felt a little more introspective than normal. Didn't really know what was going on with this stuff. And so just a few short days later, he just decided to put LSD in his mouth. Because that's how science worked back then, apparently. Science these days has all this stuffy application process and methodology and peer review. Apparently science in the 40s was just like, hey, what's this do? Huh? You're the scientist, you eat it. Then you either died or got a Nobel Prize. That was science in the 40s. But Albert, he was a cautious man. He wanted to have the minimum threshold experience to have any kind of effect whatsoever, which he just assumed would be 4 little droplets of this stuff. Why you wouldn't start with 1, see how that went, work your way up, it's beyond me. But he did the calculations, was like, what could 4 little drops of something possibly do to you? Well, you're gonna take the day off of work, Albert. I'll tell you that much. That is exactly what he did. He took a bicycle ride home. It's now called Bicycle Day, celebrated on April 19th of each year. Yeah. He got home, he started journaling about his experiences. If you read his journals, it's fantastic. At first, he thought his couch was eating him. Which, yeah. Be prepared for that one. If you've never done LSD and you're gonna, just don't be shocked if a couch gobbles you up a little bit. It's not always this horrifying. Michael's clearly had his own traumas with couches there, all right? There's definitely a couch thing. I don't know what it is about LSD, but as soon as couches smell it on you, it just makes them ravenous. So he thought his couch was eating him. It really started kicking in. He became convinced that his neighbor was a witch and that Einstein was chasing around his kitchen with a butcher's knife. And then somehow he woke up the next day like, that was great! And LSD was born. That's why we have LSD. If I had to explain a psychedelic experience to someone who's never done a psychedelic before without using an example of psychedelics, I would say it was kind of the first time that I traveled abroad and I went to Ireland. It's very exciting. I got to tour around there and I noticed their bathroom sinks had 2 faucets on them. Don't know why. Kitchen sink, 1 faucet, water mixes together, whatever temperature you desire. But the bathroom sinks, 2 faucets on them for whatever reason. So there's 1 faucet over here, and that is for molten lava. You want to stay the hell away from that one. And then there's another faucet just as far away as they could put it in the sink, and that is for liquid nitrogen. Point is, I'm like, do I want 3rd-degree burns or frostbite? These are my 2 options here. And I was like, this is so stupid. And I thought, no, you know what? Maybe you're missing something, Shane. Maybe you're the one with the blind spot here. How arrogant would it be of you, a newbie here, to just assume that an entire country is just wrong about such a simple thing like a bathroom sink? So anytime I was in a restroom or pub or something like that, went to use the bathroom, I was like, I'll watch, see how the guys wash their hands, see what their technique is. And come to find out what their trick is, they just don't wash their hands. Just no one in all of Ireland washes their hands. So if you want to wash your hands in Ireland, how it works, you turn on both those faucets and you go, all right, Shane. You can do this. You've done crazier things than this. Come on. Get into it. Oh, damn it. That's how you wash your hands in Ireland. It makes no sense. They've just never questioned it. It's been that way their whole lives. Why change it? They certainly have the technological capabilities. The showers only have 1 head. Imagine if that weren't the case. You have 1 shower head over here, just boiling hot water. Another shower head just as far away as you could put. Oh my God! Why would we do this to ourselves every single day? If only someone had a fresh set of eyes through which to see the way we live our lives. And that is why I do mushrooms, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Let's give it up for Michael Strauss. You guys were great.
There he goes. One of comedy's own anomalies. A perception-shifting mutant of some kind. Too niche for the mainstream. Too broke to retire.
I did a psychedelic tour years ago, and I always wanted to add a visual element to it, and I started collaborating with a bunch of different artists in the kind of psychedelic space, but I didn't want some PowerPoint presentation that I'd locked into the same thing the whole time. And so I started working with Michael, who's been VJing for a bunch of different bands and festivals for 25 years now, one of the best in the business, and we've been touring with this show, which is a little bit different every single time, and it's always evolving, and it's so much fun to do. So that's what you're gonna get, is kind of a real-time performance from him. So even though I'm the one that you're seeing, I do want you to understand that this is actually a 2-person performance. Michael and I have spent a lot of 14-hour days building this show, and they've been better than any LSD trip that I've ever had. So Michael Strauss, everybody, give him a hand. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.